And we say good morning to. We're broadcasting live. We are on the road again. We are, and we're here. And we are broadcasting again, as you know, at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth because it's Monday. Thanks for being with us. Show number 1856. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We're going to be joined by David Nanny coming up here in just a second. Cover Bridge Jams again coming up Friday night. We'll tell you all about that. Yeah, we're getting a little late jump on this, but we were just got finished with our final tour of schools at East Side Elementary. And so we are here, ready to go. Here's the verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Psalms 138:8 says, "When I called, you answered me." Whew. There you go. You made me bold and with strength in my soul. Psalms 138:8. When I called, you answered me. You made me bold and with strength in my soul. That's the verse today, Psalms 138:8. All right, let's get it cranked up here. He is here. We'll get with the national anthem here in just a few minutes because, again, we want to get him on the show because he's got places to go and things to do, and he's got concerts to book, and he's a busy man. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for
Good.
stopping by here. And
Yeah.
all skate Friday night. Did it go? Did the rain get us?
No, the rain stayed away, and we had a great time, had a great crowd. Well over 300 people there with the threat of rain is a pretty good deal for the first concert anyway. And it was very successful. Everybody, had a great time. So we're very proud of that.
I'm looking for, because we're going to pay tribute to some guys. I think they're all guys. I glanced at the list. Is it all men?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so I'm going to find it because it's here. And we're going to pay tribute to some guys that have done a great job with Elizabeth and Parks and Rec. And you didn't bring your list, did you?
No, I did not.
No. Well, I did. It's here. I just got to find it. But anyway, tell us about this weekend. We got Victor coming.
Yeah, this weekend we've got Victor Lawson and Boogie Chillin'. And they're kind of a rock and blues band. And they're great. I mean, again, phenomenal musicians. Victor himself is a tremendous guitar player. He's the lead singer. Just a great band, fun. I mean, they do a lot of blues. They do a lot of covers that everybody will know. It's different than what in some of the other acts we do. It's fantastic. They're always, and they bring a crowd with them, and there'll be a big crowd. It's just a fun time.
So if you had to classify the genre of music, would it be?
It's kind of rock and blues.
Rock
it's
and
kind of
blues.
blues. He plays some Muddy Waters. He plays a lot of, but he plays, a lot of things that are, that that are kind of rock and blues songs that really good, really fantastic.
Are these guys local?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're from Johnson City area and Tri-Cities area. So, again, good to have local folks, around playing, and that especially they're extremely talented. We're very fortunate. We live in a place where there's a lot of great musicians.
A lot of talent.
A lot of, in every genre.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very fortunate.
So that's what's coming up again on Friday night. You had about 300 out there last week, is that correct?
Yeah, expect more this week.
That's a pretty good
Weather
start, isn't
permitting.
it?
Yeah, and all of our concerts, of course, are free. Most of them start, unless we do, and we'll let you know of any special concerts that may start earlier, but start at 7 o'clock. They're absolutely free, and they're, brought to you, presented by, of course, Elizabeth and Park and Rec, and sponsored by Northeast Community Credit Union, the Elizabethton Chamber of Commerce, Carter County Tourism, WBEJ Radio, and the Elizabethton Star. So we couldn't do it without those folks, and we appreciate you, Tom, for helping us get the word out.
Oh yeah, love it.
And your support is tremendous too. But come on out and just enjoy. We'll have food trucks, same scenario every week. Good music, good food.
Victor Lawson and Boogie Chillin' at the Cover Bridge coming up this Friday night. Starts at what time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Now, I want to pay tribute to 2, 4, 6, 8 folks I call them the unsung heroes. These guys work for the maintenance department, Parks and Rec maintenance staff, I should say, for the city. And, you know, these are the guys who are mowing the yards, picking up the trash, flushing the toilets, changing out the toilet paper in the bathrooms.
That's right.
Fixing this, fixing that.
Absolutely.
Lights go out, and, you know, if the ballast goes out in one of the bathrooms, they're fixing it. So when you go use the facilities and they're pristine, clean, and they're in good shape, great shape, it's because of Ryan Wadevale. Hope I said it right.
Yep.
Logan Taylor, no relation, but he's got to be a great guy. Logan Taylor, that's terrible. Kellen Murphy, Hunter Perkins, Alan Wadevale, Michael DePriest, Matthew Laws, the assistant maintenance supervisor, and the maintenance supervisor, the big dog, is Garrett Johnson.
Yes, sir.
So how many acres do they mow?
Over 100.
Over 100 acres.
Yeah.
All the ball fields. They're in charge of the ball fields. Cat Island and where else?
Yeah, Cat Island, Lions Field, Douglas Park, everywhere. You know, there's parks all over town, and these guys are out there every day. You know, working hard, trying to. Of course, Franklin Pool, they mow the pool, and right now they've just painted the pool last week. Yeah, the end of last week. So getting ready to fill it up, and we'll be ready to. We'll talk about that next week. Hopefully, open on the 27th. So everything. These guys are. I mean, when I say vital, I mean they're the glue that holds everything together.
Absolutely. That's why I want to say thanks again. We're going to do some things for them. Garrett Johnson, Matthew Laws, Michael DePriest, Alan Wadeveld, Ryan Wadeveld, hope I'm saying it right, Hunter
Yes.
Perkins, Kellen Murphy, and Logan Taylor. So these guys are on the mowers. As I said, they're doing all the stuff. When you go to the parks here, how many parks do we have?
I think. Is there 9?
9? I
may
think you
be
told me
wrong.
before it's 9.
Yeah, there are. If you count everything, because we count. I mean, there's the. Yeah, think about it. You also have the trails. You've got, you know, the linear path that goes through town. Got Cat Island. Got Covered Bridge Park. You have Edwards Island. Got Douglas Park, Lions Field. Oh, and the my goodness, the park at the health department. I can't think what the name of that is. I'm sorry. You know, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, as well as some other things. We mow across from the high school for the Elizabethan Soccer Association. You know, we mow that big field out there so they can use it. And there's a lot of things, you know. These guys, like you said, they're the unsung heroes.
Absolutely. So pouring down the rain, whatever. I mean, they're just out there, and they're out year-round, you know, doing things. So we want to say thanks to them again. The Park and Rec maintenance staff, Elizabethan Parks and Rec. Again, the maintenance supervisor is Garrett Johnson. The assistant maintenance supervisor is Matthew Laws. Then there's Michael DePriest, Hunter Perkins, Kellen Murphy, Logan Taylor, and Alan and Ryan Wadeveld. So hope I'm saying it right. W-Y-D-E.
That's right.
Wadeveld.
That's as close as I get.
There you go.
Great guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So big thanks to those guys making it happen here in Elizabethton. You know, to all the parks and rec across the area. I know Sycamore Shoals probably got the same thing. They've got people in their maintenance department that the unsung heroes, because you don't know that they're even there until something's not, you know, the bathrooms don't flush, or the fields got litter on them, or the grass hasn't been mowed or something. Then all of a sudden, where are these guys? Where are these ladies?
Right.
So anyway, big thanks to them. And so coming up this Friday night is Victor Lawson and Boogie Chillin'.
Yep.
What else going on you want to tell us about? Anything else?
That's about it for right now. Yeah, that's the big stuff.
So
Then,
rock and blues, what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a rock and blues. It's a, I mean, they're really, really good, very talented.
So for the first, this is my opinion, for the first night out in a threat of rain, because I know I was in Bristol Friday afternoon, it poured it down up there. In fact, it postponed the baseball games, and so for it to, man, that's loud. So, but to
High pitch.
pour down that rain
Yeah.
and have that threat rain, so have 300 people out on the first night, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is. It's very good.
Yep.
Very good.
Social media, how do we find out more, sir?
Elizabethan Parks and Recreation on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep. Good place to go. This is a great place to come, too, in Elizabethton. So coming up next, Leslie's going to join us, and then we've got the Queen is in the house. She just grins. She knows what I'm talking about. So, Miss Lewis in the house, but we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we'll be joined by Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals, which I think is really cool. May not mean anything to you all, but she shuts down the park to come down here and talk on the show.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Makes me feel important, even though I'm not,
right.
but
That's
it
right.
makes me feel very important. Thank you. All right, sir, I'll see you next Monday.
Sounds great.
Yes, sir. Get you some
Do it.
lunch and ready to go. I saw what the Dolphins' schedule came out this year.
Yeah.
You seen it?
Yeah, it's the second most difficult
Yes.
in the NFL.
Yes.
Let's
so,
hope they can live up to it.
Yep. Yeah. He's a big Dolphins guy. I'm a Raiders guy.
Yeah.
We both have struggled. Me
Yeah.
more than you.
That's right. Well, I
Trust
don't
me.
know.
Me more than you. Ugh. So anyway, we'll take a quick break. Come right back. Leslie joins us next. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and show number 1856 on the way to 2000 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're talking to Joseph Taylor, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And what's going on at Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we would love to have short-term rehab patients. If you go in for knee surgery, shoulder surgery, stuff like that, you need a little bit of rehab, please consider Ivy Hall. We have private rooms for our short-term rehab patients. We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, full-time respiratory therapy. We'd love to take care of you.
Looking for help? Looking for folks to work here?
Absolutely, 100%. If you want to come in, if you're a CNA, LPN, RN, you want to work in dietary, laundry, housekeeping, we would love to have you. You can go to ivyhallnursinghome.com and fill out an application. Somebody will certainly call you back if you put in an application.
Yep. So all these different folks you take care of these different therapy programs, right?
Absolutely. We love the short-term patients. We love the long-term patients. Either one, we want to take care of anybody that comes our way, for sure.
Social media?
Social media, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, and like I said, ivyhallnursinghome.com.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks. Love promoting them. Again, the great folks here in Elizabethton, sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. We are back again live again at Chick-fil-A, Elizabethton. She's here. Liberty, the official outdoor drama in the great state of Tennessee, is about to unfold, and we have hot off the press. We have the
one to see it.
first one to see it.
First one.
This is the program.
New program done completely in color.
Look at this. On the back of it's our great sponsor, Food City.
Yes. One of them.
Yep.
We have a lot of them.
Yep. So here's the cast of Liberty. Leslie Broccoli's right there in the middle of it.
There's Randy.
Yep.
He's split personality this year. Two people.
Let's see. You got Mike Barnett. It's going to be John Carter. Leslie Broccoli's going to be Elizabeth Carter. Let's see. Nolan Shoemate's going to be young Landon Carter. Zeke McClure's going to be adult Landon Carter. Steve Darden will be Charles Robertson. Jason Kopp, James Robertson. Sarah Cox will be Ann Robertson. Katie Kleinick. Kleinick will be Bonnie Kate Severe. Earl Stone will be John Severe. These are folks you go to church with, you hang out with, you know who they are, where they live. Earl Stone will be John Severe. Lindsey Williams will be Keziah Robertson Severe. Kezia, I'm sorry. Kezia.
Yes.
Randy Broccoli's going to be William Bean, ladies and gentlemen.
And
No. You can do anything you set your mind to. So pretty cool up and down through here. Nancy Ward's going to be Kimala Williams. She's back in this year. That's good. Mark Braswell's going to be Reverend Samuel Doak. So
does an excellent job at it.
and Randy Broccoli's also going to be
Split
Isaac
personality.
Shelby.
Yep. Two people.
This guy's two people.
Multi-talented.
You're amphibious.
or something.
Yeah. My brother used to say, instead of saying ambidextrous, he said, "You're amphibious." I said, "No, it's ambidextrous." But anyway, that's cool. So that's just some of the folks. Speaking roles: Vincent Whitwright, Danielle Matz, Julia Shack, Chloe Crosswhite. The production crew, which is very important: Keith Young, the manager and director. Gonna get him on.
Yes.
Gotta get him lined up. I'll leave it up to you. Bring him in here.
Okay.
One Monday, maybe next Monday, whatever.
Yep.
That's up to you. Heading up the sound of C.J. Lang. Heading up the Backstage assistance is Brandy Parsons. So this is takes a village, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. This is 2 pages.
Of people that are in.
Who's going to be involved this year? This is a big deal. We need to have big crowds. And so it's called Liberty, the Saga of Sycamore Shoals. Now, we've not talked about this much. You can get a license plate. Friends of Sycamore Shoals State Park.
They put it out. They designed it. And if you go to the license plate place and want to get specialty plates, it'll have a little FW on it. That stands for Fort Watauga. Part of the proceeds from what you pay go to the park, back to the park to do big projects. So every time you buy one of those or rebuy your little tag, part of the money goes back to the park.
That's awesome. So
yeah.
This is the big push, folks. The play starts when?
June, first weekend of June. I think it's the second. It's the first.
First weekend of June?
Night.
Yeah. The Saga of Sycamore Shoals. I'm going to take us home and read it so I'll know.
That's yours.
Thank you. I'll know.
That's
Let's
right.
see.
They can get online, go to the website, and I'm trying to think if it's on there. It's Liberty. I think it's Liberty, ticketleap.liberty.com, something like that.
We'll look it up here in a second.
And get tickets, or they can call me at the park, and we can get them registered.
Here's some actual scenes from last year's production. So there you go. I'm going to read some of this to you. So it goes like this. During the 18th century, as land in the colonies became scarce and British rule increasingly oppressive, people began to push beyond the colonial borders and onto the land deemed Indian territory by Great Britain. King of England made a law called the Royal Proclamation in 1763, which forbid any settlements west of the crest of the Appalachian Mountains. Nothing. We said, oh, yes, there's going to be. The settlers seeking new land and a fresh future for their families began living here illegally, and the risks were high. Facing retribution for violating British law, the uncertainty of wilderness, and a fragile harmony with the native Cherokee people, settlers were willing to give up everything to begin a new life in the Watauga settlement, which is here where we are. This seemingly impossible challenge was met with resolve and fortitude. These early founders of what would later become Tennessee found strength and courage together as the community in their pursuit of liberty, which is the Saga of Sycamore Shoals, and that's what this is all about. Yes. It is the official outdoor drama of the state of Tennessee. There it is right here is the seal. And you've got to come see it. Well, I saw it last year. Doesn't matter. You got to come see it again. Because there are some folks, attrition, there's some changing. Not everybody's back from last year. No,
right.
We understand that.
Here and there to the actual script.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So tickets are available now, correct?
Yes. You can get online, get the tickets.
Yep.
And they did go down in the price just a little bit, so it's very, very affordable.
Here are, check this out.
Sponsors.
Here's our nightly sponsors. June 2nd, Chick-fil-A. June 3rd, Chick-fil-A. These are folks that I'm dealing with. Big John's on June the 10th. Lingerfeld Drug Center on June 22nd. And Food City here in Elizabethton on June the 24th. It's awesome. You got to come see it. Tickets, this is an outdoor drama here right up the street here at Sycamore Shoals, State Historic Park. And so the Liberty ticket prices are, I'm all about this. I love it. I've been there twice over the last 3 or 4 years. Adult tickets are $16. Senior tickets, 16 over 12. Veterans, first responders, $7 to get in. Students ages 6 to 17 are $6. Kids 5 and under get in free. And
Friends of Sycamore Shoals State Historic Park member gets
$8.
in for $8. But we got a special night. Veterans and First Responder Night will be June 15th.
Everybody gets in free.
Veterans and a guest can get in, or first responders, for free.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So, folks, you got to be a part of this. It lasts. Somebody will say, well, how long is the production?
Hours,
2 hours?
Including the intermission.
Starts at what time?
Starts at 8 o'clock this time.
Yeah, starts at
so
8.
The sun will be down. You won't be hot.
Under the lights. Man, it's awesome.
Yes.
You got to come see it. I'm not in it, so I'm not getting anything to promote this. I just believe in the product. The whole state of Tennessee, the official outdoor drama of the whole state of Tennessee is right here in Elizabethton.
And we're bringing history to life.
I'm not getting anything for this. I'm not.
He's not.
No, I just want you to come be a part of it.
But a brand new program.
So here's the way it is. We just left schools with Andrea for the last 5 days. And I'm going to tell you, if we don't get these kids involved in this to extend and keep our history going, this thing will fizzle out. I mean, we've got to get these young people now, and they are. I think they are. More so, we need more, but I think there's some out there saying we want to keep this going, so we're going to get our young people infused into the history of our area so it doesn't die out. So, got to bring them, folks. Kids' tickets are, well, 5 and under free. Kids 6 to 17, elementary, middle school, and high schoolers are $6 a ticket. So, anyway, it's every weekend in June, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. That's pretty much it, folks. That's what we're pushing because it's here.
We've got the Memorial Day concert. It's free as well.
Tell us about that.
Never Forget is the name of it. It'll be the Johnson City Community Concert Band, and they'll be doing a whole concert out in the amphitheater. So don't forget that. That's kind of in honor of our veterans and those who have fought and still serving.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing is we have a special unveiling Saturday at the park at 10:30. You have to come to see what it is.
This coming Saturday.
This coming Saturday,
10:30 at the park.
I think it's been written about in the paper, but we were able to acquire the official portrait of Landon Carter that was painted in the 1700s, late 1700s, and it has been restored and it is ready to be unveiled.
The actual picture?
The actual portrait, yeah.
From the 1700s?
Mm-hmm.
It's a long time ago.
We've got a copy in Carter Mansion that we had made, but this is the actual
original
portrait.
Wow.
Yes.
That's it. There is a slice of history for sure. 10:30 on Saturday.
10:30 on Saturday morning.
You're so good.
Yay.
All right.
That's all.
Get
That's all I've got for right now.
That's all we need. That's plenty. Get yourself something to eat.
Yep.
Enjoy some Chick-fil-A. You're telling the truth. You close the park to come down here, don't you?
I do. I have to.
So I find that incredibly humbling.
Oh.
She thinks enough to come down here to shut down the Sycamore Shoal State Park to come talk to me for a few minutes.
Visitor Center.
Well, the visitors, not the park itself, but
No,
the
just
visitors.
the visitor center.
Oh, okay. Well, even still.
Yeah.
So if you go down there right now, it's locked up till she gets back.
There's
So
about 10 people. They were a little upset, but that's okay. They're gonna come back after lunch.
bless your heart. Well, get you something. Get back down there. Open them back up.
All right.
I'll see you next Monday.
Yes.
Thank you,
next
dear.
Monday.
What a sweet lady. Quick break. We'll be right back. Another sweet lady's coming on. Andrea Lewis. We surround ourselves with sweet ladies. Emmy Morgenstern this morning from Eastside, and Nicole Moore, Rachel Robinson, and Molly Tipton from here. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have Jimmy Stout down in Georgia. We were taught East Tennessee history in 7th grade at Hampton Elementary. I hope schools still teach it. I don't think they do, and it's a shame. Jimmy, you're right, buddy. We got to keep it going in these schools. All right, she joins us next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Andrea Lewis from Northeast Community Credit Union. Got the new stain and sealers in called Goof Proof. Tell me about this, sir.
Well, it's Ready Seal makes it. It's basically a goof-proof stain, like for your decks, fencing, other stuff of that nature. A lot of times when you get into a bigger project, you know, you have to stop and start. You know, maybe it's lunch or a break or it's too hot, you want to come back later in the evening. A lot of times you get those roller streaks, you get brush marks, you get a lot of problems with trying to start and stop a number of times on anything, whether it's a vertical surface, a horizontal surface, doesn't matter. Well, with Ready Seal, and we went to a demo of it and we washed it and stuff of that nature, this pretty much eliminates it. You know, it's pretty goof proof. You know, you can apply it just about at any temperature. You know, I know people are not going to be out there when it's 20 degrees trying to put stain on.
Right.
But, you know, when it's a little cooler, when that deck surface or that fence surface or whatever that you're staining is dry, you know, whether it's 40 degrees or it's 70 degrees, you can put this stuff on. And even when it's extremely warm, you can put it on. A lot of really good colors. You know, and I know a lot of people probably can't see this, but some of your more popular colors that people use on a very regular basis, they've got covered. And we have it in stock now. It's very, very well priced, very comparable to anything Cabot or Olympic or anyone else has. And so, you know, you can get out there and do the job without having to worry about having a deck surface that's got all these start and stop marks on it.
Natural, pecan, dark walnut, mahogany, redwood, natural cedar, burnt hickory, and mission brown. There's the colors, but this won't do it justice. You need to stop by and see it for yourself. Again, no laps, runs, or streaks, no back brushing required, no cracking, no chipping, no flaking or peeling. Can be applied, as he said, at any temperature and easy maintenance. Again, it's the Ready Seal. Again, it's called Goof Proof. It's available now at Big John's Closeouts, both locations.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think our Mountain City store also put it in gallons, and we have some of the colors in 5 gallons.
It's awesome. Awesome. So Goof Proof, a lot of folks begin to think about doing that. So stop there, and also get the Worcester brushes made in America. I love that. We sell
Brushes,
American-made
rollers,
products.
yes, we've got rollers, brushes, however your application needs are. We can pretty much meet that for any of your paints, stains, whatever.
So be loyal, buy local, and when you get in there, buy American-made products. And the brushes made by Worcester are made here in America, keeping our Americans working. It's great stuff. Hours are open at Big John's Closeouts.
Well, we're Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 6. We're open 8 to 4 on Saturday. Closed on Sunday, so people can get out and go to church and worship a little.
Social media, how do we find you?
Well, you've got a number of options. You can email at experts@bigjohnscloseouts.com. If you have cabinet questions for any of our cabinet estimators and stuff, you can email them at cabinets@bigjohnscloseouts.com. And I don't care if they want to go and maybe send me a message. It's Mike, M-I-K-E, at bigjohnscloseouts.com, and you can find us on the web.
Love promoting Big John's Closeouts. I shop there all the time. Love it. One of our proud sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. And again, be loyal, buy local, and shop where they hammer high prices at Big John's Closeouts. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, we is live at Chick-fil-A. If you've not tried the watermelon mint, you got to try. Have you ever tried it? Did you try it yet?
I didn't try it.
All right,
I have not.
All right, which you're going to get one today. This year, plus whatever you get, your homework assignment. Watermelon mint to report back next Monday. You want on the left is tea. In the middle is the pink, the lemonade. On the third one is the Sunjoy, which is lemonade and the watermelon mint combined. And then the last one on the right is the frosted. So you will pick one, take it, and try it. So.
Okay.
All right. Birthdays today, Jane Seymour. Ring any bells? The movie star?
Yes, it does.
She is 72 today.
Wow.
You're a Braves fan, aren't you?
I am.
John Smoltz,
Okay.
56 today.
Great.
And then the guy who's long gone, but the guy I thought was interesting, the guy that wrote the book called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, developed into the movie. Frank Baum, he's dead, long gone.
Right.
Were you a Wizard of Oz fan?
I loved it. When I was younger, I was really terrified.
Oh, me too.
I was scared. That was a scary movie when
Oh,
I was
yeah.
little, but when I got older, it's just amazing. And then you watch back all the bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on Google, so then you go watch it, and you're like, you can see all the bloopers. They didn't.
Oh, I didn't know that. You can see
Yeah,
that.
they didn't go back and
Hello,
correct
sir.
it.
Thank you. Appreciate what
So-
you all do. Elizabeth and police center having lunch. So there's bloopers on Google. You can go back and watch
Yes,
bloopers of Wizard of Oz.
You can. Actually, there's one quite disturbing. I do not want to say it on here, but when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And so it's amazing how they recruited just different walks of life and how they done that. It's pretty cool. I think it was the start of theater. I really think The Wizard of Oz was the beginning of a bright future for theater.
Yep. Well, and to look at the special effects, however they did it, I mean, it was by today's standards, it's primitive, but still, back in the day, had the flying monkeys and all that. So
Yes.
that was back in the 30s. And then that and Gone with the Wind.
Right.
You like Gone with the Wind?
It's okay. Yeah.
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 Rhett and Scarlet, all
Yes.
that. That was back in the 30s too. But
Uh-huh.
But when Miss Galt said, "I'll get you and your little dog too," it's like, man, I'm like flipping out. Even to this day, it gives me the willies.
And I mean the witch, the good witch, the bad witch. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
as a little girl, like she was the most beautiful thing ever.
Glinda, the good witch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so nice.
Yeah.
So I just love the singing and Love the Wizard of Oz.
What did they sing? Maybe some out there will know this, but when the guards are going into the oh, we, oh. I always said Oreo. When I was a kid, I had my little brother. He wasn't too bright.
I think you just said what they sing. That's
Oh,
basically
we,
the
oh.
song.
Is it? So I used to tell my little brother to sing Oreo, and he said, really? Because he wasn't very bright. So,
Yeah, I have no idea what it was supposed to be.
yeah, we used to make fun of him. But, oh, EO. He said, I always say, he's really saying Oreo. He said, no, they're not. But he didn't. His nickname was Zero because we always told him it was his ACT score.
Oh,
So.
that's so mean. Typical brother.
Typical brothers. Oh, yeah. But anyway, Wizard of Oz, the guy that wrote the book, was born on this day. Way back, he's long gone. But I just wonder if you were a Wizard of Oz fan. And
Love
so,
it.
yeah. And the Munchkins.
Yes, that
And-
was probably my favorite.
So which of the characters did you like? Were you a fan of the Tin Man, or say he was looking for a heart,
Yes.
the lion was looking for courage,
Yes.
the scarecrow was looking for a brain,
The Scarecrow was my favorite.
okay, and then Dorothy was just trying to get back home. What are just four of them? Tin
Yes.
Man, Scarecrow, the lion, and Dorothy, and Toto, right?
And Toto,
Yeah.
I just love the Scarecrow. He did such a wonderful job in that.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
Ray Bolger
Yes,
was his
he
name.
did a great job.
Yep. See, when you tune in, you just don't know what we're going to talk about. So today is Wizard of Oz. Last week was
That's
country
right.
music, but it's okay.
Surprise.
There we go. We do all right. We click. So anyway, let's talk about what we just got done doing, the tour of schools. Incredibly impressive. I have to give a disclaimer. She and I talked about this. She's busy and I'm busy. We could literally sit there for 2 hours every school, and we did an hour and 20 minutes today. But it doesn't even skim the surface what all's going on in these schools. But kind of give a little snapshot, don't we?
It gives a little snapshot,
Mhm.
and I'm impressed. I just think all the schools we've been to, it gives me joy, I think it's wonderful, and the educators, the teachers, the staff, all of them, they just seem to really be in tune with the students, and the students seem to love their teachers, and I think that's so important. And they'll make an impact on their lives for years to come, and they won't forget.
No, they will not forget, that's for sure. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth and show number 1856. We're talking to the obvious. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union, our third guest. We've had David Nanny from the Parks and Rec. We've had Leslie Broccoli from Sycamore Shoals. Now we've got Miss Lewis here. So, yep, tour of schools, and we're out. Again, we just finished it up for this year. We go in the fall, go in the spring, and they're always doing something totally different in the fall and spring as far as programs and so on and so forth. So we have been to T.A. Duggar, Elizabethton, Harold McCormick, West Side, and today we finished up at East Side. So there you go. And so now we move on. What's next on you were at Milligan on Friday with the ladies' luncheon, is that right?
That's right. We were at the Boss Ladies Conference, and it was all the ladies in our community. And just because it was a Boss Ladies event, you could have been any lady from any walk of life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a boss. I don't feel like a boss, but it just makes you realize what's important, and sticking together, and no matter where you work or where you come from, support women, support each other. And women can be catty at times, and we might forget to just breathe and calm down, and might be a little overwhelmed. And so we need our ladies to be like, it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Just kind of lean on each other so we can pull through this and do it, and you did. So there's a lot of ladies there.
Yes, a lot of ladies, and just was a wonderful event by Elizabethan Chamber. We're so thankful for Joy and her staff. They do an excellent job, and Milligan University provided a wonderful breakfast. So it was just a great day, way to end a busy, busy week, and so thankful that we could be there.
If you're a business owner, you would want to listen to what she's about to tell you, because once a month you can go downtown. It stays pretty booked, but you can go downtown and promote your business with the Chamber in Northeast. Tell me about that.
Yes, we do a East Tennessee Community Network meeting, and it is one Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of each month, all year long. It's at the Elizabethan Chamber, downtown Elizabethan. It begins at 8 a.m., and it starts at that point. Everyone in attendance gets up to 2 minutes to tell about their business or organization, And then we always have 2 10-minute speakers. You're more than welcome to be a 10-minute speaker. I would love to have you there. Just let me know at AndreaLewis@bmycu.org or call me at 547-1200. So.
She is a marketing machine. So I could just ask a question. I can go over and sit down and eat some nuggets and mac and cheese and come back. She's still rolling. She's got it going. So
I'm a promo commercial or
a marketing
remember.
machine on 2 legs. How about that? So now I'm going to hit this one more time. We've hit it over and over and over. But if you don't take advantage of this, if you're a teacher or you know someone who is, why would you not take a few minutes to do this? Because Jennifer Rickert, we saw her Friday at Harold McCormick in Elizabeth, and she's been one of the winners of the $300. It's across 5 counties, so to meet a teacher out of all the 5 counties of teachers that win this every month, or could win it, it's pretty cool. $300 to a teacher. Tell us how it works.
Yes, you can apply on our website or you can come in one of our convenient locations. And we also give those out at our teacher in service. We're always at teacher in service, so you'll always get that in your packet as well. It is $300 for any education use or need in your classroom. You just have to fill it out. It's just a page or 2. It doesn't take long. It's $300 that goes in your pocket for your classroom. So why not do that? It is no cost to you. It's great.
Carter, Washington, Unicoi, Johnson, Sullivan. It's a lot of teachers.
Yes.
It spreads the wealth around. It's $300 every month, year round. You can do the math. 300 times 12. Credit union's giving $3,600 to help out the teachers. Money goes to them. They can use however they want, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So
Yes.
when you come back next Monday, if you'll bring me the winners, you have the list for the whole year somewhere? Somebody's got it somewhere, right?
Yes. Still working on that.
No.
I'll get it to you as soon as I can.
Right.
And we'll showcase those teachers because they deserve it.
Mhm.
And also, I want to mention, do not forget, it is baseball time.
Mhm.
And the Elizabethan River Riders will be playing at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark opening night, June the 6th. That is on a Tuesday. June the 6th is opening night. So we will also have tickets. We do not have those yet, but when we do, we will start letting you know. So follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Northeast Community Credit Union or BMyCU. And you can get lots of giveaways on opening night. There's going to be some fun stuff. So don't forget.
A marketing machine, folks. There you go. Other birthdays today. George Brett. Remember George? You probably don't remember George Brett, do you?
No.
Emmett Smith,
That sounds familiar.
football player of the Cowboys,
Yeah,
birthday boy.
okay.
But John Smoltz is 56 years old today. So, and Jane Seymour, the actress, is 72. That's your big birthdays today. So
Wow.
that'll do it. So, all right, let's run down the list. Website,
It is bmycu.org,
phone number,
423-547-1200.
social media.
You can find us at Facebook or Instagram at bmycu.
Here you go. Did I get them all?
You
I
did.
Yeah. So,
We've got YouTube as well.
yes.
Some informative information on there, but look us up, Northeast Community Credit Union or BMyCU.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Watermelon mint.
I don't know if it's my jam, but
Give it a whirl.
I'll give it a whirl.
Give it a whirl. We'll ask next week. If it's not your cup of tea, so be it, but you at least got to try it. So
Okay.
see how it rolls.
Okay.
We go from the rose to the thorn coming up next. He knows it. Look at it. He starts giggling
That's
already.
not true.
Oh, it is. That's our pastor.
I'm
He's gonna-
sure he just had a wonderful service for Mother's Day yesterday.
He did have a wonderful service Mother's Day. He,
I'm sure he did.
as they say back home, he shucked the corn. He was tearing it up yesterday. So we're getting ready to do VBS, and he's going to tell us all about that. I'm going to ask him some sports stuff too. So see if he's an NBA guy or Major League Baseball guy or whatever. So anyway, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Thank you, Miss Lewis. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Yep, quick break. We'll be right back after this. Some Chick-fil-A on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Love it. So outdoor activities, field days, vacation Bible school, ways and reasons we would want to give you a call, 297-1266, and say, we need trays, we need help. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. We've got nugget trays for, lots of little kids running around, love nuggets. And then if it's a hot day outside, we've got salad trays and wrap trays and fruit trays. Good to cut the heat, especially here as it's getting warmer. So
297-1266. How many different trays do we have?
What did we say? 8?
8.
I think 8.
So we can go through them. Nuggets, strips, mac and cheese, fruit.
Salad, wraps. We have sub trays, which are not on the menu normally, but you can get them as a catering item. What's the other one?
Oh, cookies and
brownies.
Cookies and brownies.
Desserts.
There's your 8. There you go.
Yep.
297-1266. If you have a meeting coming up, you need coffee, lemonade, gallons of this, gallons of that. Tell us how you can help us.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a 96-ounce coffee, and then we can do gallons of tea or lemonade, and we can split gallons, do half and half tea. We can do Sunjoys. We can do all that.
Yep. Vacation Bible School, folks are already starting to plan those, which I love, which means summer's coming. End of the year, outdoor activities, field days, and graduation parties, and everybody's already planning, which is good. And so this can really be your one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can also do just big orders of sandwiches, so good for just tossing and running.
And breakfast, you also will help folks out for a breakfast meeting too, right?
Yeah, we can do like larger biscuit orders and stuff like that for meetings or for companies or whatever they need.
So the trick's just to call her, 297-1266, and let whoever answers the phone explain what all they can do for you. Just that simple. So, and we can never go wrong with coming up Mother's Day and for any other time, a good old Chick-fil-A gift card that works wonders.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Gift cards are easy and a good gift.
Yep. We always talk about it at Christmas, which is understandable, but teachers like them, kids like them, anybody would like a Chick-fil-A gift card.
Absolutely.
And the monetary increment can be from 0 to whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. That's our buddy, Rachel Robinson from Chick-fil-A, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Baylor Sports Show, and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports.
All the top brands are now on sale. Bassett, Ashley, Benchcraft, and Barcalounger, plus many more. Get 0% interest financing on your purchase and get it delivered fast. Check out our Facebook page for this week's specials. Come see why we were voted the best furniture store now at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Back on the Tom Baylor Sports Show. Oh, it's that segment, just a couple good old boys. Never meaning no harm. It's been a while.
Been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We had to give your audience a break to recover.
Well, the ratings pegged, so we had to bring them back down.
Well, I thought they needed a couple mental health days after putting up with us.
Well, that's probably not a bad. Yeah, there's probably some truth to that.
They had to what do they call it, decompress.
Decompress, yeah.
Decompress. I understand that.
Here, what happened here?
I don't know. What did you break now?
Yeah, that's about right. It's destroyed. It's in 2 pieces. My little bell. I was gonna ring my bell. It's gone.
Well,
guess we're going to Hobby Lobby. Buy another bell today. So, all right, birthdays. Got some birthdays today. Some sports birthdays. George Brett. Remember George Brett?
Royals, Kansas City Royals.
Pine Tar bat things.
Pine Tar bat. Didn't he fight with Zimmerman?
He did.
Yeah.
He's 70 today.
About
John Smoltz.
About the age Zimmerman was when they got a fight.
That's about right. Smoltz having a birthday today.
Smoltz, now that was probably the best pitching staff ever assembled.
56 today. He and Maddox and Glavin and Smoltz. Was there a fourth one?
Maddox, Glavin, and Smoltz were the big three, and then different ones.
Smoltz having a birthday today. Dan Patrick, the Dan Patrick Sports Show, having a birthday. He is 67. And then Emmett Smith, you a Cowboys fan?
I was a Cowboy growing up. A Braves and Cowboys. Were your
Emmett's 54 today. So there you go.
Making me feel old. Hey, somebody else had a birthday over the weekend.
They did?
Uh-huh.
Your daughter. Congratulations.
No, sports related, man. Wasn't my daughter.
Oh, wonder who that was.
I heard it was the Double T had a birthday.
Yeah, I did. I had one yesterday. You know what I got for my birthday?
What was that?
A big old, I'm talking a bowl. A bowl of banana pudding. Bowl.
That's pretty good.
Oh, baby. Went after it. like rats after cheese. I was on that now. Good stuff. That was my birthday. So, and I got that little. Did I show you the photo album? You get a
You
chance
got a
to
show photo album?
a little photo album
Oh yeah.
of the appreciation day they gave me last week.
I saw that. We were out of town. Maddie Cat got to come, but
There's-
we went to the Ark. That was when we were going to the Ark encounter with the church.
Yep. There's my buddies. I'll show you real quick. We'll get into Vacation Bible School. There's my buddies. They surprised me down at the stadium, rascals. Here's the girls' basketball team. Yours should be. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, Maddie was there.
Mad Dog was there. Yep.
She said she went just for the cake. No, I'm just joking.
At least she came.
Oh.
Yep. And then here is, you know her, don't you?
Oh, I do know her.
Yep. That's my little buddy. There she is. I'll get killed for showing these, but that's okay. It's all right. There's my other buddies. There's my little buddies. It was a really cool time. So, I don't know if I want to.
I don't know how. I don't even know
That's my sponsors
some of the sponsors that were there.
for the show. Yep. There you go. They showed up. Of course, I had no clue about any of this. They snookered me. There's John Holtzclaw and Sherry from the Jeweler's Bench. You've been there a time or two, ain't you?
The Jeweler's
At
Bench.
the jewelry store. Here is Ivy Hall Nursing Homes folks, Joseph Taylor and Leslie and the kids. So why are you showing this, Tom? Because this is what she made me for my birthday yesterday, which I thought was very kind. Michael Vance, Advanced Heat Pump Systems, got me a new heat pump. This man and his staff put them in. Look like a biker, don't look like
Yeah, they looked like they were
no me. Look like some kind of ruffian.
that rough crowd.
Yeah. Here's Coach Whitman and myself, our football coach. I got two more, then we're going to talk about Vacation Bible School. There's Richard from the Poor Trav's Deli.
Travis Deli.
Great guy. So,
Go get you a sandwich and some
oh,
pickles. I hadn't
Andrew?
tried the eggs. Some people like them.
You like them eggs?
I hadn't tried them.
Oh. What's the name of the place you took me to down in Knoxville?
Dead
End.
End Barbecue.
It was awesome. There we go. So this is Andrew McKee and myself. And so, well, hello. How you doing, sunshine? I'm doing good. Mrs. Henshaw's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Is Hub here too? Oh, you're flying solo? Okay. Well, good for you. Enjoy yourself. One of the nicest ladies in the world right there. Coaching staff, Lady Cyclones. Maddie had a good experience, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Miss
I told
Whitson?
somebody the other day, there's a,
Put
no
this together.
coaching staff's perfect, but there's good people, and we appreciate the investment they made. And baseball team, basketball team, all of it around here.
Yep.
And we're kind of spoiled a little bit.
We are. There's the Lanes, Shauna, Renna, and Arnold, who cuts hair at Whitson Barbershop. All right, I got two more. We're going to move on here. Coach Andrews, you've seen it. Coach Presnell, who set this all up and snookered me, had no clue, tricked me.
Great man.
Oh,
You
it's
hear
a
a lot
great
of great
man.
things about
Oh, got
him. Told
stuck in a,
somebody yesterday about to tell you, he has a great testimony in our community.
got stuck in a tough situation, and then there would be our superintendent, Mr. Van Huss. So, anyway, I'm going to get killed for saying this, but she made this for me. That would be Mandy made this for me for my birthday. So there you go.
Well, that's good. You would only get killed. You're assuming she's watching, Tom.
She is. Trust me. Oh, trust me. I've said things before, and the phone it'll go pretty quick. Like,
We go pretty quick.
yeah,
So
you've had those.
I had those.
You've seen that movie before, ain't you?
I did.
When
The funny thing happened to me yesterday is we got down to eat Mother's Day, and they said, one of the girls said, "Daddy, you had a red string on your shirt or your coat the whole time you was preaching." At least they paid some attention,
Yeah.
I guess. So
He was talking yesterday in Sunday school about folding towels, and he said, "You know what I've learned?" He said, "When you first get married and you tell them you fold towels like your mama did it, you found out that's not."
we got married when we were 20,
Yeah.
and I did not know for 20 years of my life, I didn't know there was a wrong way to fold a towel.
Yeah.
Then I got married and found out there's another way to fold a towel. And so I had to be trained on the right way to fold a towel.
Yep.
But now that's a quirk she had. And I did tell the Sunday school class, and I admitted to it. I was dumb enough and young enough and that I told my wife, my newly precious wife, that my mama always bought me Heinz ketchup, and she'd bought the wrong brand of ketchup.
Yeah.
That might have hurt her feelings just a little bit.
I wanted to ask him, but I didn't in Sunday school. You know, did you get the ketchup stains out of your shirt? Because she'd have thrown that bottle all over if I'd have said it. So
No, that wouldn't have happened at that age.
no.
It was more of a hurt feelings at that age. And,
Here's what's really cool: when I see him out someplace, or when he has a guest speaker or someone, he's always got his arm around her, or they're always holding hands. I'm thinking, yeah, it's been hitched up how long?
well, we actually started dating, if you want to call it that, when we were about 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Well, her parents started going to the same church we did, and dating consisted of some of them would go to McDonald's after church on Sunday night, and that was it consisted of dating. And I still remember back then, she'd put pepper on her French fries, and we'd sit over and talk, and that's what.
Pepper on the French fries?
Yeah, salt and pepper. I didn't tell her. I mean, I don't think I've ever admitted that to her, but I think that's a little strange. But I kept hanging around.
There you go.
I got over that. The pepper, I could get over the pepper on the French fries.
Yep, I
So we
understand
started.
that.
We actually got married when we were 20. We were too young to rent a car on our honeymoon.
Yeah. And she's awesome. She is a class act. I tell you what, she loves my girls and will be forever indebted to these two because they love my girls. So, and they're easy to love, but still, for them to pour into them, very special people. So, all right, let's talk a little sports. Are you an NBA? Been following the NBA any at all?
I don't follow it much. I have to admit, I did watch a couple of those Lakers and Clippers games, just because of the marquee matchup with Curry and LeBron. And look, I'm a LeBron hater. I'll just go ahead and tell you.
Me too.
Because the thing that frustrates me watching him, if he really played like he could, he would be the best player ever.
Yeah.
But I just can't stand to watch him disappear. Now they I didn't watch the last game or two, but
Beat the Warriors.
beat the Warriors, and
Now they got the big boy they want to deal with, Nikola Jokic.
yeah,
That's how you say him.
I don't know.
Guy's averaging a triple-double, 6'11" center for the Nuggets.
I saw something this morning. They're about to play game one, right?
Yeah,
And,
Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, it was a little sports meme joke, and it had a picture of him. Said he's already fouled out of game one. Because there was a little discrepancy in the foul count there, and around how many free throws the Lakers shot. And,
Yep.
but
So Lakers move on, and LeBron's again. Look, the guy's an incredibly talented player, but don't tell me how good you are. Just go out and show me, and he does. And you know, one of the games he made a shot. I happened to be watching for whatever reason, I don't know. I turned it off, but he put it after he made a shot. He put a a crown, like I'm the greatest.
yeah,
of
I'd
all
like to
time.
have seen him do that with Bill Laimbeer and
Larry Bird,
those guys playing back with the Pistons.
Dennis Rodman.
Man, they would have killed him.
Oh, they're taking his head off his shoulders.
But-
No question. Is the guy talented? Yeah, he's very talented. Is he the greatest of all time? No, I don't think so, but that's just
I'm
me.
not sure he's in the top five, but
No.
that's a whole nother.
Yep. So anyway,
discussion. I admitted on the front end I'm a LeBron hater. I've only seen one series in his whole time that I thought, man, I see at least what people are talking about. When he was with Cleveland that one year, and they really weren't the most talented team, and he really did take over.
put
But
the team on his shoulders.
yeah, but he has the ability to do that all the time. So
Yeah. So it'll be the Nuggets and the Lakers, and on the other side will be the Celtics and the Heat. That's your Final Four in the NBA. So
and if you're a conspiracy theorist, you think it's going to be the Lakers and the Celtics because the NBA needs those ratings. But I have to confess,
Yeah.
I'm not much of an NBA fan. If the
I'm not
Celtics
either.
and the Lakers are playing, I probably will watch a little of that.
Yeah.
If it's the Heat and the whatever, I'm probably not watching.
no, and they know that. So stay tuned for that one. All right. So you look at college athletics. Alabama coach got fired for gambling, sports wagering. And I said it when it happened. It's the tip of the iceberg. It ain't going away, and it's not. Now, Iowa's come out, 26 athletes in Iowa have been suspended. Now, 15 more at Iowa State have been suspended for sports wagering. You're going to love this as a pastor. So one of the quotes was, what they're doing is they are damaging the integrity of gambling. I'm thinking, how in the name of the good Lord is there integrity in gambling? Hello. So I don't get that, but that's what they said. So they've suspended these guys, and so I think it's all men. I haven't checked to see the gender, but primarily all guys. And so, so now the NCAA is going, okay, well, maybe we need to, instead of coming down on these players, well, everybody else is doing it, so maybe we need to rethink it because the non-athletic students at colleges can bet on stuff. So maybe we need to change the rules, and so here we
Well,
go. It's tip of the iceberg.
It is, and like I said, if you want to be a conspiracy theorist, you have to understand the gambling, sports gambling, is a big time business, and it does. It controls, in
A lot.
some sense, it controls a lot.
Yep.
You know.
We can sit right here on our phones and do it.
Well,
I
don't
don't,
know.
but I have no clue how to do it. But they tell me you can sit right here, and on your phone put in a whatever. And so
Put
I'm
in
not
a-
advocating. I'm just saying that's how easy it is to do that. So anyway, we're going to watch. I guarantee Unfold and say there are going to be more and more come out that they're gambling on games. So it's
Well, I guess if we're going to be this way, we might as well put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, yeah, Huey and Dewey, Coach Duggar. There's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so he's here. Great service yesterday. Our buddy's watching. Pastor Stout watches all the time, so he's watching, and we appreciate him watching. And say a prayer for Pastor Stout. He's going through some tough stuff right now. So, who was the predecessor to you? Craig, is that the right
Yes,
word?
sir.
Yeah.
I think that's the right word.
Yeah, predecessor.
The
to
one before.
the one. There you go. In layman's terms, the one before. So, but we got Vacation Bible School coming up. It's called Digging in God's Truth. So, of course, he's one of our sponsors here on the show, and there it is, VBS. And gosh, remember one time you did a show of hands, maybe it was last year, how many people were impacted or made a profession of faith during Bible school, and hands popped up all over the sanctuary.
All over the sanctuary. And the statistics, you can read anywhere from 85 is usually the one to go with, sometimes as much as 90% of Christians made a profession of faith or trusted Christ before the age of 14. And so, you're just going to be involved. If you're going to be involved in reaching people, then, children are at a very influential age, and we want to get the truth in them. I mean, you can complain about what's going on with the wokeness of the world.
Yep.
And I'm against it. The whole thing about, the whole thing that's going on about, I just don't want to get off subject. Or you can complain about that, or you can actually do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've just decided that we're going to try to do something about it, present the truth to young people and the gospel, and then there are great Bible stories in each classroom, and so we have a great time. It's one of our highlights of the year. We were met about it last night. Some of us working on it. And we've not quite, but close to about 100 people have already signed up to help, and it's just a wonderful thing. And so we had about 80 some people right now signed up, and you can go online, by the way, and Stephen, they've got it set up where you can go to our church Facebook page and you can go ahead and pre-register your child and get them in line to come be a part of it. We start each night at 6:30, and so registration about 6:15 to 6:30, and we go with age 4-year-olds all the way through high school. Got a special group that's going for middle school and high school, and we've got a whole Bible school program planned for them, and so just looking for a great time together.
It is incredibly cool to watch these kids come in here and laugh and giggle and have a big time and have fun, and at the same time having the word put into them, infusing into them, subtly and not so subtly, but that's the whole point. They know when they come, they're going to dig it. This year's theme is Digging in God's Truth, and so, what'd you say, 80 people signed up to help?
About 80 people right now signed
incredible.
up to help. And
That
we'll
is
have
incredible.
some more,
Yep.
hopefully.
Yeah. So, what's it mean to you to have Bible school? Big, very important?
Bible school to me, from a pastor standpoint, is thrilling because I see it from two stages. First of all, you're going to reach some children. Some people are going to hear the gospel. Some people maybe been hearing it for a long time. Some maybe hear it for the first time, and you'll have the opportunity to talk to them. Now, there's some young children that may not quite understand everything, and that's fine too. We don't force a child to make a decision, but you want to present the truth to them. And then the other thing about it is it's encouragement to introduce you to young families. And I say this a lot. Everything's pulling against the family union, and everything's pulling against, spiritually speaking, against young people growing up, knowing the Lord, serving the Lord. So we want to go alongside those young families and help them. But another huge aspect to me is just watching our people serve the community and serve kids, and all the way, we have great snacks and games and, Bible stories, and we have skits, and we have what we call the mystery room, where if you bring a visitor, you get to go back there and pick out prizes. And so just watching our people, what I'd call our people, pour into the lives of children is an exciting thing, and each one finding their different kind of niche in that, and so it's an exciting thing, and so it's usually one of our biggest events, and we're looking for a great time, another type of outreach, and every year in our church we meet new people through Bible school, and I still remember Bible school as a kid where we went out there and marched out, boys and girls, and we carried in the flags and sung "Onward, Christian Soldiers" and
Marching
did the
on the war.
flags. And we thought we was doing good. Get two of them little vanilla cookies and some Kool-Aid, and we have snack. Our snack time's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I mean, it's breakfast burritos sometimes one night. It could be pizza, or it could be tacos. I mean, it could be what we'd almost call a meal.
Yep.
But we have found that we do have kids in our community, not all the kids, but we do have kids in our community where that would probably be the only supper they get in the middle of summertime, and so we don't mind feeding everybody, and so we have a great time with that, and then usually something special on Thursday night, and so we go Sunday night. We start Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and we went to that schedule a few years ago because you got so many families doing so many things on weekends and camping and ball and stuff, and so rather than fight that, we started on Sunday night. Plus, it's easier on our workers. That first night out of the way, they've got Sunday afternoon to work on it. So,
Yep. It'll start on June the 4th, which is right around the corner. You know, you flip on the news. I don't watch it anymore. But if I did, I'll pick up the paper. That's enough. This is me. This is totally Tom Taylor talking. If you're not a Christian, I don't see how you make it. It is so depressing. It is so demoralizing, the world, that if you didn't have the rock and the anchor, which is the Lord Jesus, I just don't see how you make it. Because you can be very depressed, very down. So that's why he gives hope, John 3:16, and you know, but people out here just going day by day and doing their thing, and don't darken the door of a church and have no relationship with the Lord. I don't see how you make it. So it's.
if you thought this was all there was.
Yep.
You know, of course, the Bible says if we have hope in this world only, we're of all men most miserable. And you have to have hope beyond the world.
Cup ain't gonna fill it up, but when he gets hold of you, once you get a hold of the cup, let me pour up your cup, you won't thirst no more, right?
No, that's true.
I'm paraphrasing, but that's. Now, before you go, you guys I've never been there, so tell me about the Ark. You went to the Ark up there and.
We went to the Creation Museum and the Ark, so we had a little trip for our senior adults. About 30 of us went up there.
What'd you think?
It's impressive. Creation Museum is very neat. We went there on Monday evening, afternoon, and there's a lot of things there to see and artifacts. One of the coolest things you would love is they have a display of Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, and they take a baby from the time of inception and walk you through the different steps. And
oh, really?
And and they've got it. They show you the size of the baby and the things that are happening each step of the way. That's very neat. They call that Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. They have a cool display on the times, like Jerusalem in the time of Christ, and artifacts and all that type of stuff. And then, of course, the whole thought of creation and some different things on that. And so it's very well done. And then some videos and some other things. And then we did that on Monday. Then we went over to the Ark encounter, and it is very impressive. And we watched a little video on how they build it, and some Amish builders, and the wooden ark that you see that is an exact replica, it is actually a wood structure. It's a big ship, and then the stuff in there talking about how Noah would have fed the animals or could have fed the animals, and all the different things, the enclosures, and then you walk through the different stations of the effects of there, and then it talks about the earth, and so. It is a definite thing, and I'll be honest with you, it's something you can do more than once. You know, some things you go to and be like, I've seen that.
Been there, done that.
But the Ark encounter in particular is massive and very impressive, and probably more information than you can see in a day. But
so you guys went on a bus, but if you went in a car from here to there, what, 3 or 4 hours?
You're in Cincinnati, basically. I think it's closer to 5 hours.
Yeah.
We went in a bus a little longer. Of course, we stopped at Buc-ee's on the way and had to go in and have some of that barbecue. You should have known, Tom, that we were going to make a unique stop for food.
Don't stop at Buc-ee's for food, yep.
And have to have a brisket sandwich.
Yeah.
Get you through the day.
I don't know who created that concept, Buc-ee's, but they're laughing all the way to the bank because, in fact, there was a lady when I first got here today to set up the show. her and her 3 kids all had Bucky's World Tour T-shirts on, and we started talking. And I mean, this little, what is he, a chipmunk, whatever? The
He's a
rodent?
beaver.
He's a beaver?
I
I
think
guess
he
Bucky
is.
Beaver. Okay. I see her shirt stuff. I mean, you talk about a marketing genius.
Well, it's funny because, now Sam was with us on trip. And they're talking about the one on 407 when he's going down somewhere. And she's like, I don't know what the big deal is, da-da-da-da. So, but then we got her to stop at one.
Her eyes glazed over,
And
didn't it?
now she's like, I at least see
I'm
what
hooked.
you're talking about. So.
Yeah. Yep. So your point, I don't know, 1 to 10, 1 being don't even put the key in ignition to go, 10 being it's out of this world good. How would you rate the Ark and the Creation Museum on a 1 to 10?
I think everybody needs to go, and I think every Christian needs to go. And the reason I say that, I had the opportunity to have a Bible college education, and so there were some things in there that I had taught. I actually taught the book of Genesis for a lot of times. I taught the Pentateuch, Genesis through Deuteronomy several years. So some of the stuff I had studied, but getting to take people through there that they may have never really thought of some of these things, that it was just an eye-opening experience, and it equips people. Because a lot of people have the concept, a lot of Christian people, you kind of grew up, and the era I grew up in was almost like Christians are just backwoods, ignorant people. Then you go somewhere like that and be like, no, the science backs this up, and these brilliant people show you this, because then you kind of realize that you're fighting the concept of 2 worlds. Either you're talking about a Christian worldview that God is the center and the creator of it all, or you're talking about you're talking about an atheistic worldview where it is evolution and millions of years and mutations and all those type of things that then you find out there's no real science behind that, and you're going to believe in something. And I choose to believe in the Lord and creation. So I think it's definitely worth it. And we'll probably take our young people back.
Yeah. I'm thinking field trip. I'm thinking road trip, take my girls up there.
It is definitely worth doing. Definitely worth doing.
Taking her boys, we may make this a, may make it a trip. You're not that far from Kings Island.
No, you're not that far from Kings Island and Cincinnati Reds. And
Yep. Are you a roller coaster guy, by the way?
I don't get on a roller coaster. The last one I got on was probably the Tennessee Tornado and Dollywood.
That was it? That did you?
I'm not a thrill. It didn't make me sick, and I think I rode it twice that day. Of course, the friend I was with lied to me and said there was no loops on it. I think there's 3 loops on it. And we was getting up that first hill, and he said, don't look over to your left, Mark. I look over my left, see them loops. I don't love it. You can call it a control freak, you can call it whatever you want to, but I don't need that thrill. I'm pretty happy with my life.
There you go.
And so, and it's like the one fellow said that, he said, I'm being scriptural about this. The Lord said, look, lo, I am with you always.
On the ground.
But no,
Yeah.
I'm not a roller coaster guy. I'll hold your bag and wait on you. You can go on in and ride, but
The Wild Eagle, where apparently I've never been on, but you just kind of dangle.
kind of hanging. Yeah,
Hanging out there in the air.
My girls would ride. My wife would ride it.
No.
When I was a teenager, we'd go to Kings Island. That was the theme park we'd go to. Our church would go up there every year.
Me and him be sitting on the park bench, a couple of schmucks watching everybody else have a good time.
I'm there, and I don't mind
I'll
it.
see you in 30 minutes. Y'all have a good time. We'll be right here waiting on you.
It's okay with me. And I'm not even ashamed of it. You can't.
Me either.
You can't make fun of me enough to get me on one.
No.
Just not interested.
No. How's last question? How's being a granddad doing? Pretty good.
It is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I did think just a minute. I mean, maybe your grandkid gets you on one, but that might be it. But being a granddad's pretty cool. Judah's about 2 months old, and I had him the other day by myself for a little while. Of course, he made a mess, and I barely survived. He's screaming. I'm trying to,
You call him Mrs. Fowler. Where are you?
It was supposed to have been like he would already been eaten and cleaned and ready to go. He was supposed to just have slept for that little time. It didn't work out that way, but it's okay.
Yeah, she's cleaning up a mess. That's all right.
I took
It
a
happens.
picture. I finally got him sleeping. He's just laying there in his diaper, and they're like, "Why didn't he have any clothes on?" I'm like, "I did good. I got his diaper changed. I mean, he's alive, and y'all worried about his clothes." But I thought I did pretty good.
I'm going to guess that we're not going to leave you with him for a while, just you and him. So.
Well, I'm the last ditch.
That's it. You're the last.
Right.
When we get down to Mark, we've hit the bottom of the barrel.
No,
as far as
really,
baby care.
I don't mind it. We have a good time. I wouldn't want to do it for long periods of time, but for an hour or two here and there, I think I can make it. I can survive.
One of these days, he's just a little fellow. He's 2 months old. One of these days, when he's big enough, he'll say, what's he going to call you? Grandpa, Pop, or what?
Pop.
Pop. Ride this ride with me.
Yeah.
He'll be on there. You wait and see.
Well,
He'll melt.
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
I do. You wait and see. You'll do anything for your grandkids.
Well,
I do it every day. So,
well,
and they're worth it.
They're worth it, but I don't know about them roller coasters.
Yeah.
I just think there might be some other people that could ride with them before I get on that list. What I probably would do, Tom, if you want to know the truth, I'd probably take $100 and pay for their friend to go with us. So he's got a riding buddy.
That's it. So you know what? You can sit there.
Yeah, sit on the park bench.
Sit on the park bench. Yeah, eating the shaved ice. Here we go. Digging in God's Truth, June the 4th to the 8th. Vacation Bible School, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church, and you'll probably hear him and see him back over again.
And they can go on the
real
Facebook
soon.
page and find the registration information on.
Yep. Job, sir, as always.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, he's awesome. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this from one of the folks making the go, the good folks from Physical Therapy Services. Right after this, here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we'll delve into high school baseball, softball, and soccer. It's tournament time next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Talking to Dr. Justin Smith, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. A lot of them out there. What do you feel like separates Physical Therapy Services from all the competition?
Well, number one is that we're local. The money that you spend with us stays here. This is not a large corporate venture that your money goes to Florida or Miami or up to Chicago or wherever. We are a true mom and pop facility. We pride ourselves on that, number one. Number two, we don't have a bunch of higher ups, VPs, multiple presidents that we have to end up making a bunch of profit to be able to pad their pockets. The money that we make in physical therapy services, we reinvest back into the community. So that's why we have our Class 4 laser, we have our Ultra G, we have all the equipment that nobody else in the area has. And we can provide services and for the people of Elizabethton, of Carter County, Roan Mountain, Hampton, Stony Creek, Mountain City, Johnson City. That's why we have people from all over the area that flock to our facility because they know they're going to get the best care, state-of-the-art care with the most state-of-the-art equipment.
It's awesome. Can't top that, folks. Great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Great folks at Physical Therapy Services. Folks in Port Travis Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said. So Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread, we've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami, make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. You know, if you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game, don't really want to eat a big meal. We can take care of that for you. We got chips and drinks if you want to pack your cooler or whatever. Got anything you need.
Yep, 543-6128 is what you call, or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading to the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent, excellent opportunity to come by here and get some great food.
Yep, love to serve you.
Love to serve you, absolutely. How do you find us on social media?
We got a Facebook page. You can look us up there, leave us some feedback, give us a like.
Yep. Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Port Travis Deli at 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Hey, Josh Wallen. Hey, Jimmy Stout. How y'all doing? Thanks. So let's jump in and take a look at regional baseball, high school baseball. It'll start, it'll start Wednesday, the sectional. Science Hill winning over the weekend, beating Sevier County for the regional championship. Now they do the best of three. It's a new format. Best out of three, Science Hill will host 1 and 3, and they'll go to Hardin Valley, their opponent, for game number 2. The other 4A teams in regional baseball still going. Jeff County will go to Farragut. Walker Valley hosting Smyrna. Also in 4A baseball, Shelbyville will be at Stewart's Creek. Mount Juliet hosting the to-be-determined Region 6 runner-up. Centennial will host Green Hill. Rossview will be home to Collierville, and Arlington will be hosting Clarksville in 4A baseball. And, okay, where did the 3A baseball go? Softball, I'll get to that in a minute. Soccer, get to that in a minute. Well, oh, here it is. Out of order, but it's here nonetheless. Okay. 3A regional baseball. Let's run down that and see where each team's playing. You've got in 3A regional baseball the sectional, the best out of 3 now. It used to be a 1 game. Now it's going to be a best out of 3 new format starting this year. Tennessee High hosting Knox Halls. Gibbs will be home to Greenville. And Lincoln County will be at Lenore City in 3A. You also have Upperman hosting East Hamilton. Greenbrier against Hardin County. Murfreesboro Central goes to South Gibson. Brighton will be against the Region 8 runner-up to be determined. And Millington out of the west part of the state will be taking on Dyer County in Region 3 baseball. In Region 2, from our neck of the woods, you have Union County hosting McMinn Central. Pigeon Forge will go to Sweetwater, and Sequatchie County will take on Forest. Cascade High School hosting Cannon County in 2A baseball. White House Heritage will be hosting Westview. Loretto travels to Milan. And the rest of them to be determined out on the west part of the state in 2A. Had a lot of rain out there. Had a lot of rainouts over the weekend. All right. In single A regional baseball, University High on Wednesday will be hosting Greenback. Coalfield will be hosting North Green. North Green travels. South Pittsburgh home to East Robertson in 1A baseball. Then you have Joe Burns High School hosting Lookout Valley. Eagleville home to the Region 6 runner-up. And the Region 6 champion, which is yet to be determined, will be hosting Richland. Also in 1A baseball, Peabody home to the Region 8 runner-up. Then way out on the left coast will be Bradford on the west coast, or the west part of the state. Bradford will be traveling to Lakeland Prep. That's all in baseball. Now let's get into softball. And softball looks as follows. They'll play today. Morristown East at Daniel Boone, and Dobbins Minutes girls go to Morristown West. So Morristown East will be at Boone, and Morristown West hosting DB in 4A softball. And 3A, Greenville will be at Volunteer. Tennessee High will go to Granger. In 2A softball, in the regional, Johnson County travels to Alcoa. Chucky Doak, the Lady Black Knights hosting Union County. Then in single A softball, Hancock County will go to North Green and Unaka at Cosby. That's how it rolls in softball. Let's see, in soccer, in 3A, tomorrow, Morristown East will be at Dobbins Minute. Science Hill will be at Morristown West or East. In 2A soccer, Cherokee goes to Greenville, and Unicoi County travels to Granger. And in single A soccer in Tennessee, Gatlinburg Pittman and University High and Chucky Doak at Alcoa. That's what's going on there. Then in baseball, we'll take a look at Providence Academy in Johnson City hosting North Point Christian on Wednesday. So our local team's doing well in softball and soccer and baseball, moving on to the next rung, and ultimately we, of course, would hope the goal would be to get to the state championship. And that's their goal as well. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. Take a look at Major League Baseball right after this. We're on the road. We're here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and back after this from the owner, Tommy Tipton, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. These are here, my friend. How can Chick-fil-A help us with springtime and summertime catering?
My recommendation, download the Chick-fil-A app and come here and scan it and get it, rolling to this be your favorite store, and then you can go on there and order trays. You can do mobile ordering. You can order and then come to the drive-thru, and it's ready to be picked up. All you gotta do is check in when you're ready to pick your order up. All the catering that you need is on the app. It's just straightforward, simple. Takes time out of the transaction, speeds you up through the lines. Mobile order is probably the future of quick service, and the Panera Breads and those type places as well. They're all using the mobile order. Grocery stores, that's technology makes our life easy, so let's not forget that, and we can use it to our advantage. Download the app, and trays, gallon teas, gallon lemonades, Sunjoy, cookies, brownies. We got our delicious waffle potato chips. If you hadn't had those, I love them. Chicken strips. We have those subs. If you hadn't grilled chicken sub, you hadn't had it, is a delicious item as well, especially for the summertime for sure. Get a couple of trays of those, go to the baseball game, and enjoy the game, have some good food, and how about our boys baseball team coming around?
So just go to the App Store and go Chick-fil-A one, get it on your phone, and go from there. That's how you order.
That's right. Yeah, it's very, very straightforward, simple. And then you come here and scan it, and this becomes your store. And then we send out, when you order stuff, we send out freebies a lot, and then you also earn points, and you can cash those points in for different items. So you can accrue enough points and feed your office workers if you wanted to, or feed a nonprofit, or there's a lot of great things you can do with the points. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Win-win for everybody. So hours are open?
6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and
closed on Sundays.
Closed on Sundays.
Yep.
You may see me here pressure washing on Sunday, but we're closed.
We're closed.
Yeah.
One of our great sponsors, folks, love promoting Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this overcast. Not raining yet, but it's overcast. Looks like it's raining back up the valley here, so it's okay. Who won yesterday? Major League Baseball. Cleveland, Washington, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, Toronto beat the Braves 6-5. Detroit, Miami beat the Reds 3-1. Milwaukee, Minnesota, Houston, Colorado, Texas, and the Dodgers. Arizona and the Mets all get W's. Now, today, one-day game, the Mets open up a series in Washington. Under the lights tonight, the Angels of Baltimore. Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Angels. And Baltimore will counter with Rodriguez. Yankees at Toronto. Seattle opens up a series in Boston and Fenway against the Red Sox. Cardinals, catching fire, go in the division against Milwaukee head-to-head. Braves will be in Texas to battle Bradford, and Charlie Morton and the Braves will take on Texas tonight. In Arlington, the Cubs at Houston. Cincinnati at Colorado. Hunter Green on the mound for the Reds. Arizona at Oakland. Kansas City at San Diego. Philadelphia will be in San Francisco. The Dodgers hosting Minnesota. And that's your Major League Baseball schedule for this Monday. Standing starting this week in the East, American League East, Tampa Bay. 4 games better than the Orioles. Orioles are hot. They've won 6 out of 10. Toronto's won 6 out of 10. The Yankees won 6 out of 10. So everybody in the division above 500. Rays lead the Orioles by 4. In the Central, Minnesota, a 3.5 game lead over Cleveland. Minnesota winners of 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. Detroit has won 6 out of 10. In the American League West, the Rangers red hot. They won 2 straight and 7 out of 10. They lead the Astros by 4 in the West starting this week. In the National League, the Braves have lost 4 in a row. They're 5-5 over the last 10, but they still have a 5-game lead over the Phillies. The Mets in a tailspin in the East. They've lost 6 out of 10. In the Central, the Brewers have taken over the lead. They've won 3 straight. They lead Pittsburgh by a game and a half. The Pirates are sinking. They've lost 8 out of 10. And don't look now, here come the Cardinals. They won 3 in a row and 6 out of 10 in the Central. In the West, the Dodgers have won 8 out of 10. They've won 5 in a row. Arizona in second place, 3 games back. They've won 3 straight and 6 out of 10. The Padres in a tailspin, they've lost 5 in a row and 7 out of 10. Hello, Kathy Lyles. I hope you have a great week too, lady. Appreciate that very, very much. Here's some series to watch this week. The Angels will be in Baltimore, take on the Orioles. So Orioles dominated the series last year, taking an 8 out of 9 against the Angels. Baltimore currently the second best record in the American League. Angels are 1 game over 500 after finishing 16 games below 500 last season. So 2 teams playing very well right now, opening up a series tonight in Baltimore. The Braves and the Rangers. Texas took 2 out of 3 last year. Both teams lead the division by healthy margins, so 2 front runners tonight starting the series. Braves 25-15. The Rangers are 25-15. So Ronald Acuna Jr., second in the National League in batting average, batting .346, stolen bases 17, and 8 home runs so far in the season for Acuna. You have the Twins and the Dodgers opening up the series. In LA tonight, Twins 23-18, the Dodgers 26-15. So going back to 2011, the Dodgers have won each of their last 10 games against the Twins, so they own the Twinkies, but they'll play again at Dodger Stadium. You have the Rays and the Mets in New York. Rays 31-11, the Mets are 20-21. Mets again getting a healthy pitching staff back in Carlos Carrasco and Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander, so watch out for that one tonight. The Mets are struggling with injuries. So the Rays have won 5 out of 6 games against the Mets since 2020. Then the last series will be the Red Sox and the Padres. That'll be this weekend. We'll talk more about that then. They're 22-19 right now. The Red Sox, the Padres are 19-22. So, and the Padres are struggling, as we said. They've lost. What else? They've lost 5 in a row and 7 out. 76ers did not have a good series. Doc Rivers probably in trouble as the coach, I would think. Tatum had 51 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists as they close out the 76ers yesterday, 112-88. It was a blowout. So what went wrong? Doc Rivers, despite entering each of the past 4 seasons with championship expectations, he's managed to lose in the second round 4 years in a row. His team's led 3 of the 4 series after 5 games. His team had the higher seed in 2 of those collapses. Sunday probably the worst. Despite leading for most of the first half, the Sixers fell apart in the second half against the Celtics. Got outscored in the third quarter 33-10. Gives Rivers his NBA record 10th Game 7 loss. No other coach had more than 5 Game 7 losses. So Doc Rivers probably on the hot seat right now, the coach of the 76ers, and with good reason, really. I mean, he's not getting it done, to say the least. So you look at who's still standing. The Sixers go out with a whimper. So Wednesday, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Miami in Boston against the Celtics. Then on Thursday, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, which will pit the Lakers in Denver against the Nuggets. So that's your NBA Final Four. Miami and Boston in the East, Lakers and the Nuggets in the West. So there you go. Quick break. We'll come right back and wrap it up. We'll talk NASCAR and also the College World Series in softball. Lady Vols are going. We'll see who else is going to be there. It starts this week. The march to Oklahoma for the championship. We'll do that right after this from one of our great sponsors, Making It Go. Couldn't be here without them, folks. Be the good folks from right here at Chick-fil-A and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Chick-fil-A Caraway Village, we always look forward to seeing Ellie. Nick also.
Ellie just gets excited and bolts right towards them.
She loves to come and get the bag and trots right back to Nick.
We never even had to ask them to hand her the bag. The team members just automatically knew to do it. It was just that little thing, that level of customer service that kind of blew my mind.
We're just really glad that Nick shared Ellie with us. We take care of our guests, whether they're 2-legged or 4-legged.
And one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, auto insurance. How can you help folks with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things that we do here at Horace Mann is we we kind of target our niche market as educators, school teachers, school employees, cafeteria workers, custodians, superintendents. We cater towards the educational community, and we design all of our products for that purpose. Some of the things that we do, for example, if a teacher has an accident and she has her Horace Mann insurance on school property or while she's on school business, even if it's her fault, no matter what her deductible is, we're not going to charge her a deductible. We're going to waive that. If her car gets vandalized on school property, we're not going to have a deductible for that either. If somebody takes something out of her car while it's on school property, that's also going to be covered with no deductible. If they have, say, a computer that belongs to the school and they get into a car wreck and it gets destroyed, we're going to replace that computer for the school system. And so if they ever have to transport a student in their car, a lot of companies would consider that business use of your car. And so what Horace Mann does, we said, hey, look, we understand that you're a teacher and there's an emergency situation at times, even though the school board says not to do it. If you're going on a field trip and the bus holds 30 kids and you got 33 going, and you might throw 3 in the back seat and follow the bus, and for whatever reason that you have to take a student in your car, we're going to make sure that liability insurance extends to that child, and they'll be, all the medical bills and that sort of stuff will be covered.
Lots of reasons to give him a call if you're an educator or not an educator. Either way, to get a quote from Horace Mann Insurance. How do we get a hold of you? Social media and phone number?
Yes, you can go to horacemann.com, which I have on the board up here, or you can go to call us here at 543-0059, option 4, ring right to my desk. Usually that phone number is good until about 10 o'clock at night because we do cover the West Coast. There's agents, in California, so we've always got someone answering the phone here up until at least 10 o'clock at night.
Rick Walters, one of our great sponsors here, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. We're awful proud that he's one of our sponsors here on the ball games and on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Again, let's take a look at NASCAR yesterday in Darlington on Mother's Day weekend. He did it again, folks, in another scrape-up. Ross Chastain yet in another wreck. Every week now, it seems like. Chastain again racing. Late track incident between Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson. By the way, hello to Carl and Poppy and Hobby and Jim Tom and Kyle and Michael and Mike. Working, like you said, in Banner Elk, getting it done, sheetrocking. Hello, boys. How you doing? Got us on the boombox on the construction site. Thank you. William Byron took full advantage of a late on-track incident between Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson to win the Goodyear 400. First 3-time winner in the series this season. So they got into it again. Lap 288 crash between Chastain and Larson while battling for the lead. Gave Byron the opportunity to open the door for him to get his 7th career victory. So taking the inside lane with Larson beside him, Ross Chastain led to the field to a restart after an 8-car wreck necessitated the 7th caution of the race. Chastain drove hard into turn 1, plowed up the track and wrecked him. Both his number 1 Chevrolet and Larson's number 5. Here's Cliff Daniels, the crew chief of Kyle Larson. Quote, how does that make any sense running us into the fence? That's 3 races he's taken us out of, the 1 car. 3 races he's taken us out of. There you go. Chastain says, full commit into turn 1. I got really tight and drove up and turned myself. I wanted to squeeze him, wanted to push him up. We'd been racing back and forth all day, but I definitely didn't want to turn myself. So Byron outruns Kevin Harvick in the final 2-lap dash to win it. So Chase Elliott ran 3rd yesterday, followed by Brad Keselowski, Bubba Wallace, Harrison Burton, Kyle Busch, Justin Haley, Ryan Blaney, and Chris Buescher. As you're finishing yesterday in Darlington. 7th win by Byron. He's now tied with Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, A.J. Foyt, Jamie McMurray, Marshall Tigg, and Jim Reed are the guys with 7 wins. So head off to the All-Star race coming up this weekend in Wilkesboro, which is awesome to bring that track back to life. So on Saturday, All-Star race heat number 1, then All-Star race heat number 2, both on Saturday evening. Then on Sunday will be the All-Star race at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. So we'll talk more about that coming up the rest of this week. National Hockey League. Last night, or Vegas yesterday, skates past Edmonton, winning it 5-2. They win the series 4-2. Vegas moves on. Game 7 tonight. The Dallas Stars hosting Seattle in Big D. Series tied at 3. Winner will move on to the Stanley Cup Finals. Vegas against either Dallas or Seattle in the National Hockey League. That's all that's left. All righty, let's see. I wanted to bring you here it is. Last thing we'll talk about before we get out of here is the College World Series in softball, Women's College World Series. Oklahoma, the number 1 seed. UCLA will be number 2. 4 teams were stunned in last year's regionals. Florida State, Tennessee, Alabama, and Washington all landed high seeds. Florida State, the number 3 seed. Tennessee, the number 4 seed. Alabama, number 5. Oklahoma State, number 6. Washington's ladies, number 7. And Duke, number 8, to round out the top half of the seeds. Let's run them down for you. Who's playing where? So, regionals begin May 19th. Super regionals set for May 25th through the 28th. Women's College World Series June 1st in Oklahoma City. The finals will be June 7th, so you got a little ways, but still in Norman, Oklahoma. It'll be Oklahoma, Hofstra, Missouri, and Cal. In Clemson, number 16, Clemson against UNC Greensboro. The other 2 are Cal State, Fullerton, and Auburn. In Durham, number 8, Duke will take on George Mason, Campbell, and Charlotte, the other 2 teams in the Durham Regional. In the Stanford Regional, it'll be the number 9 seed Stanford, Long Beach State, Loyola Marymount, and Florida. In Tuscaloosa, number 5 national seed Alabama, Lady Crimson tied against LIU, Middle Tennessee State, and Central Arkansas, the other side of the bracket. In Evanston, Illinois, number 12 seed Northwestern and Eastern Illinois, and Miami of Ohio and Kentucky's Lady Wildcats will play there. In Knoxville, number 4 seed Tennessee, 44-8 against Northern Kentucky at 5:30 on Friday. In Louisville and Indiana on the other side of that bracket in Knoxville. In Austin, Texas, number 13 seeded Texas and Seton Hall, and Texas State and Texas A&M will play 4 teams in the Austin, Texas regional. In Tallahassee, the number 3 seeded Lady Seminoles of Florida State and Marist, Central Florida and South Carolina, the other teams in that bracket, or in that regional. In the Athens regional, in Athens, Georgia, number 14, Georgia and North Carolina Central, and Houston University, Boston University and Virginia Tech will play other side of the regional in Athens, Georgia. In Stillwater, Oklahoma, you have number 6 Oklahoma State against UMBC and Nebraska and Wichita State. In Fayetteville, number 11 Arkansas will take on Harvard, and Notre Dame and Oregon will play on Friday. And then the last one, I got more. In Seattle, the number 7 seed Washington and Northern Colorado and McNeese and Minnesota. In Baton Rouge, the softball regional there, number 10 seeded LSU and Prairie View and Omaha and Louisiana. In LA, the number 2 seed UCLA and Grand Canyon against San Diego State and Liberty. So Liberty has to go from Virginia, from Lynchburg, Virginia, all the way out to LA to play in that one. And the last one, the Salt Lake City Regional, number 15 national seed Utah against Southern Illinois. The other side of the bracket's Ole Miss and Baylor. So there you go. That's what's going on again in the Women's College World Series, the opening round of the Super Regionals coming up. Kathy Buckles, listening in Johnson City, delivering the mail. Thank you, Kelly. You're very kind. Thank you. I said Kathy. I'm sorry. It's Kelly. Listening in Johnson City, delivering the mail. Great show. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. We just give information. That's what we do. So we've covered high school baseball, softball, and soccer. We've covered the NBA, the Major League Baseball, the National Hockey League, College World Series softball. We pretty much wrapped it up. We'll do it again tomorrow, right back here. New set of guests, new show. Hope you'll join us. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We'll wrap it up as we always do with the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Let's wrap it up by telling you the verse out of the book of Psalms. Psalms 138:8 says, "When I called, you answered me. You made me bold and with strength in my soul." There you go. Tomorrow, Ryan Edwards, baseball coach at Science Hill. They start the sectional coming up on Wednesday. We'll talk with him then. Happy birthday today as we close it out. Dan Patrick, 67. John Smoltz, 56. Emmett Smith, 54. George Brett, 70. And Jane Seymour, the actress, birthday girl, 72 candles on her birthday cake. Back tomorrow as we wrap it up here, show number 1856. We do this every day from 11 to 1. Hope you'll join us. We continue to wrap over 8,000 followers of the show. We appreciate that. And we'll wrap it up by always telling you, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show 1856 today from Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And back here tomorrow doing it all over again. Till then, have a great